My name is Antoinette. I am one of the 144,000 chosen ones. Doing my daily videos so you guys can see your girl is good. Yes, I am. Spirit wants me to talk to you guys today about this cancel culture that we have going on right now. Yeah, it is something else. Juvenile at best. Okay, but we're going to talk about it. Yes, we are. All right, so go ahead, get your drink, get your blunt, whatever you need, because we going in. But you know this, okay? All right, so first of all, let's talk about who the cancel culture appears to be made up of. Because from what I can see, it seems to consist of a group of individuals, large group of individuals who independently don't cut the mustard. Independently, they're slackers. Independently, they don't want to do the work. They want the good life, the great life, with all of the uh, trimmings that go along with it. The big house, the fly cars, they want all the clout, they want all eyes on them, all the attention. But they don't want to do the work that's required in order to get to that level. Okay? So instead, the cancel culture thought it would be a great idea. Instead, if all of those lazy ass losers grouped up together, and instead of doing the work that's required in order for them to righteously get those blessings and righteously get that clout and righteously get those rewards, instead they figured it would be easier for them to group up together and work to take it from you. So instead of working to get their own rewards, instead of working to get their own blessings, instead of working for that house themselves, they figure it'd be easier just to take work to take it from you. So they're not willing to do what's necessary to live right, to make the right decisions, to make the right choices. You understand what I'm saying? To do what they need to do to get on the right side of the Most High so that they can get these blessings earnestly. No, they're not interested in that. That would be too much like right. Instead, they've decided it would be much easier for them to acquire all of these things if they just grouped up together, okay, and attacked you and took it from you. And that's what this cancer culture is all about, okay? And so they go online, you know what I mean? It is the most middle school sped program I've ever seen. That's what I call it, all right? And they use social media and basically social media because they're in a lot of private chats, a lot of group chats, a lot of texting, a lot of emails. Again, juvenile as hell. None of them are adult enough to approach whoever it is they're talking about, whoever it is they're trying to attack, whoever it is they claim that they're canceling. None of them are adult enough to approach that person directly or approach that person one-on-one, or hell, even approach that person as a group. No, they don't. Instead, they do these little juvenile antics online, throwing the rock and hiding their hand, all right, and want to defame your character and tear down anything and everything that you've done to build yourself up so that they can come behind and try and cancel what you have established. It's pathetic and it's sad. And more sadder than that is that what it's made up of. You would think that this would be a group of women, but actually you got more men doing this than you have women. I don't care what gender you are, I think it's pathetic altogether. You'd rather put all of that effort. I mean, because again, the effort that they put into hacking your devices, the effort they put into the smear campaigns, the effort they put into using AI to create all of the false messages and all of the fake texts and you know what I mean, all of the fake communication back and forth to make it look like you're involved with somebody that you're not, or you're communicating with somebody that you're not, or you're living someplace or doing something that you're not. The energy and the effort that they put into these things is just absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. And if they put that same energy and effort into themselves, they wouldn't have anything to be jealous about. They wouldn't feel the need to come after you or feel that they need to try to take what's yours. It's so sad and pathetic. It is. And they've done this for a long time. And this is the same thing that they used to attack Michael Jackson. It is the same thing that they used to attack Whitney Houston. They use this campaign basically before they think they're going to take you out, before they think they're going to take your life, whether that be spiritually, physically, or both. And again, I can sit here and talk about this and attest to this because I've been living through this basically my whole life. They've turned it up All right. Since my father passed away, my birth father, Marcus Garvey, since he passed away, they figured that, it was like an open season and they turned it all up. But at the end of the day, they've been doing this my whole life. They just didn't think that I was smart enough to see through it. Well, guess what, Miss Cancel Culture? All you little juvenile jackasses. You met your match. Yeah, you did. See, I could care less what you do or say online. I don't live online. YouTube is the only thing I use. I don't care enough about you, who you hang out with, or who your circle is to tap in, to register, or to open up an account in order to see what you're saying, not only about me or any damn body else. That's how little I care about your opinion. See, a cancel culture can only work if you value the opinion of the people who's trying to do the canceling. Think about that. You have to consider the source. Think about that. And if the source is not valid, then why would you give it any merit? Think about that. It doesn't matter what kind of shit show that they try to create around you. And I've said this before. It doesn't mean that you need to participate in it. You can let them run around in that little circus and look like the clowns they are all by themselves. It doesn't mean you have to participate in it. It doesn't matter what they say about you. You know it's not true, so why would you waste your energy even trying to defend it? What difference does it make? Who are they telling it to? So not only do you consider the source, you understand that spreading these rumors or creating this little group or creating this little vibe, but you also need to consider their circle. Who are they telling it to? Is it anybody of value? Is it anybody that you care about? Is it anybody that you're ever going to see again? Do they hold any merit in your life whatsoever? Because if they don't, then once again, cancel away. I didn't want to sit at your table anyway. You see how that works? Again, this is the most juvenile, adolescent, middle school crap I've ever seen in my life. And I feel sorry for anybody who lives their life this way. I feel sorry for anybody who this is what your relevance is based on. You build your relevance, your life, your livelihood is dependent upon somebody else's demise, dependent upon how bad you can make somebody else look, dependent upon how bad you can spread a rumor about somebody else. You are one childish individual. You need to get yourself some medical attention. And I mean the real kind. We're not talking about no online. You need to go and lay on somebody's couch, baby. And you need to get some continuous, consistent appointments. Now you need to work it out. You need to go all the way back. You might need some hypnotherapy because you need to go all the way back. You got some issues that go all the way back to birth. Yeah, you do. Anytime that you can put this kind of energy into somebody else's life and be up somebody else's ass like on this level in order to make yourself look better, in order for you to get clout, in order for you to feel like you've achieved something when you know all along that you are nothing. You have nothing to show for your life. That's pathetic. When you get to the end of it all and the only thing that you have to show for your life is what you've been doing to somebody else's life, the only thing that you have to show for your life is what you built off the back of somebody else's life, the only thing that you have to show for your life is what you've stolen from somebody else's life, then what have you been doing, darling? What have you built? What have you built? See, I can sit here, honestly, I can sit here and make this video and look you straight in your face because while you were behind the scenes lying and coming up with all of these outlandish schemes, all right, and playing all of these games and forging my name and forging my signature and creating all these false accounts and sending people to the bank pretending to be me and sending people to court pretending to be me and marrying me on paper without my permission and putting babies under my name that I've never given birth to. I mean, the most outlandish schemes I've ever heard of in my life. At the end of the day, they're all illegal. And they all have a paper trail. All of them. IP addresses, cameras at the bank, cameras at the ATM, cameras at the doctor's office, cameras on the highway, cameras at the car lots, any place where you thought you were going to do any type of fraudulent business under my name, to set me up, to defraud me, to frame me, to make me look like someone or something other than what I truly am, you were being recorded. Why? Because we live under the age of surveillance. But again, the effort and the energy that you are willing to put to try to create somebody else's demise, to try to cancel somebody else's life, to try to interfere with somebody else's culture because they don't do things the way that you would do them, why would I? Look at the way you did things. They didn't turn out very successful for you. But now you're mad at me because the way that I chose to do things are working for me. So you decide that you're going to go behind me and try to undermine and undo everything that I've done so that it can look like something else? Say what now? How old are you again? And this is your life's work. This is your life's achievement. This is what you live for every day. This is what you wake up for every morning. Every morning. You don't have anything else on your to-do list. There's nothing else on your agenda. I am the only thing on your life's trajectory for the next 10 years. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? And yet you think there's something wrong with me. No, darling. There's nothing wrong with me. I am perfectly fine. I am living my life. I don't appreciate that I've had to disrupt it and change the way I live my life so that I can, incorporate, all the different protections and cleansing and all the things that I have to do to fort off all the bullshit that you juvenile people have decided to throw at not only me, but my children and my grandchildren. You know what I mean? So I have to incorporate a lot of new things to not only protect myself, but to protect my children and my grandchildren, because you all don't have good sense. And for some reason, you seem to think that our life is your life, that our business is your business, that our money is your money, that our future is your future, that our pathway is your pathway, that our destiny is your destiny. And it's none of the same. It's none of the same. And the fact that you're trying to force the issue, I have an even bigger problem with that. I don't like anybody trying to force me to do a damn thing because I'm a grown-ass woman and I'm perfectly capable of making decisions in my own life. I worked hard to educate myself, and I have the credentials to support the life that I've built. So I don't appreciate people who are much less educated than me, folks who don't even have a college degree. Some of y'all don't even have a high school diploma, and you think that you're qualified to not only run my life, but the lives of my daughters. Both of my daughters are college graduates. That part right there. Both of my daughters have graduate degrees, just like their mothers. I don't know who the hell you people think you are, but you picked the wrong ones. I know you judged us by our beauty. We got that. We can't do nothing about that. We were born that way. We woke up like this. And we do every morning. And we're going to continue to do so. And the more magic you throw, the more glorious it's going to get. The younger I'm going to look. The more my skin is going to glow. The larger my big bank account is going to grow. My pool's going to get bigger. My house is going to get bigger. That drop top is just going to get bigger. You see how that works? You're not going to interfere with anything that the Most High has planned for me or my children or my grandchildren. All you're doing is interfering with your own life's plan. All you're doing is taking away any blessings that the Most High may have had for you or your children or your grandchildren or your bloodline. Many of you still don't understand how this works. You don't. All you saw was the monetary aspect of it, and you jumped head in to something that you were not qualified for. And now that you are sinking, drowning, you realize your ass can't swim. Say what now? You did what? Where do they do that at? Where? So your cancel culture is juvenile, and so are you. And you need to do your research before you try to cancel somebody, because you might be trying to cancel somebody who outranks you, who can turn around and cancel that ass right back, like I'm doing all of you right now. And you folks who have been watching, I know you've seen those body count videos. I know you've seen the roll call. I don't care if you believe it or not. You don't have to. Remember, it is not my job to convince you of the messages that I am delivering. It is only my job to deliver the message. That is my only requirement. What you do with that information, whether or not you adhere to it, whether or not you take heed, whether or not you take action, whether or not you obey, whether or not you are disobedient, whether or not you continue to throw more magic, whatever action you choose to take on those messages have nothing to do with the messenger. I am only required to deliver the message. So you can't say that you weren't informed. That's it and that's all. So you folks who continue to play these juvenile games, even though you've been informed about the body count, even though you know what's going to happen, even though you've told about your upcoming demise, personal decisions. But you only get to make those decisions for you. You don't get to make those decisions for me. You don't get to make those decisions for my grown daughters. My daughters are adults, and I don't make decisions for them. They're educated. I let them make decisions in their own life. I'm damn sure not going to let you be the boogeyman in their life. No way, no how. It's not going to happen. Not while I'm alive, and damn sure not after I leave here. You think I got power now. Well, you're not going to like me in the afterlife, boo. Not even a little bit. Be your worst nightmare. Worst nightmare. And the same goes for my grandchildren. You will not dictate their lives. You will not change the trajectory of their lives. You will not swap out their fortunes. You will not turn them into cattle slave. You won't do any of that. They were born rich and they're going to die rich. And that little bit of work that you stole, that is the only labor that you will ever get out of them for the duration of their beautiful, rich lives. You will take care of each and every one of them for the duration of their lives. Why? Because you were bold enough to cross that line. And again, you were warned. Yes, you were. And yes, many of you won't be here to see it. But again, remember, I'm suing your estates. You will pay. Dead or alive, you will pay for the intrusion in our lives. So if nothing else, think about this the next time you decide you want to try to cancel somebody else or cancel somebody else's culture. Remember that you've got a life and a culture that can be canceled too. Make sure that you can afford to write that check. Okay? You got it? All right now. Village, thank you for continuing to watch. Yes, please continue to send me your prayers as I shall you. You know it takes a village, and you know I want you to talk about it. Absolutely. I want you to share all the gems. And remember, there's no money attached. There never is. The Most High is going to continue to take care of your girl. You better believe it, okay? I just need your energetic donations, all right? Namaste. Love y'all.